Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors reman committed to deep rotation after first loss. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr has taken the league by storm with his meritocracy-based rotations, which call for varying players to end games on different nights based on who has the hot hand. In the season opening 140-104 win over the Blazers, he played 14 players with 12 of them logging at least 14 minutes. Then in a 127-86 victory against the Jazz, he used 14 players with 13 players receiving at least 12 minutes, and in Sunday's 112-104 loss to the Clippers, Kerr leaned on 13 players with 11 of them clocking at least 12 minutes. During the loss to the Clippers, Kerr potentially lost his best player to an injury as Stephen Curry suffered an ankle sprain. Curry is due for an MRI on Monday. After the game, Kerr was asked if he would alter his strategy and give more minutes to specific players to fill the potential void of Curry. K said his deep rotations were just a stopgap arrangement, and a potential injury to Curry wouldn't change anything tonight. It was 11 players really since I went to Kyle Anderson for only 4 minutes. Kerr told reporters everyone's got to be on board with this plan. I couldn't have been more impressed by Kyle's professionalism, but every game's going to be a little different. Somebody texted me like, hey 12 guys, it's a real democracy. I said as soon as we lose it's going to be communism. That's the truth. The results dictate the judgment, and that's the business we're in. I have to do what I think is best for our team. Generally speaking, that changes throughout the year. In a 82-game season we have to be ready to adapt, but I like the commitment that the guys have made. While KRK commitment to his plan is admirable, one wonders if he is stunting the growth of Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Mee, his prized young assets, by giving them limited playing time. In the aftermath of Klay Thompson's exit, it was widely assumed Pods would try to fill the void of Dipper. Splash brother Klay Thompson and Kuminga would be officially anointed as the second scoring option behind Curry. However, 3 games into the season, Kuminga 19.7 and Pods 24.7 are averaging fewer minutes than they did a year ago. Phoenix Suns star Kevin Durant continues to climb the NBA's all-time scoring list during his team's 114-102 win over the Mavericks on Saturday. Durant became the 8th player in history to reach 29,000 career points, joining LeBron James 4,543, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 38,387, Karl Malone 36,9128, Kobe Bryant 33,643, Michael Jordan 3,229, to Dirk Nowitzki 31,560 and Wilt Chamberlain 31,041. James remains the only active player ahead of him on the list, meaning Durant 36 has a realistic chance of climbing several positions on the ladder before calling time on his storied career. Last season Durant surpassed 5 players: Hakeem Olajuwon, Elvin Hayes, Moses Malone, Carmelo Anthony and Shaquille O'Neal, to climb to number 8 on the all-time scoring list. So can Durant potentially catch Chamberlain or Nowitzki this season? With 29,0 points at the time of writing, Durant would need to score 249 points the rest of the way to eclipse Chamberlain and another 141 to surpass Nowitzki. It's unlikely. Durant amassed 232 points from 75 regular season games last year while averaging 27.1 per game. If he were to maintain the same pace this season, he'd fall several hundred points short of eclipsing the Big Dipper on the list. However, if he remains healthy, he is a shoo-in to surpass both Chamberlain and Nowitzki in the 2025-26 season, possibly even Jordan. Steve Kerr justifies decision to bench Draymond Green in Warriors Clippers. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors suffered their first loss of the new 2024-2 NBA season following a 112-104 defeat at the hands of the Los Angeles Clippers on Sunday night. However, Steve Kerr may have suffered more than just a loss, as Curry was forced to leave the game with just under 8 minutes remaining in the fourth after rolling his ankle and immediately going back to the locker room with Curry gone. Kerr went with an unusual lineup down the stretch, one that did not include include star forward Draymond Green. Coach Kerr elected to bench Green 5 seconds before Curry got hurt. The former Michigan State standout did not see any more action after Kevin Looney entered the game for him following the loss. K spoke to the media regarding his late game decision against Green, revealing the reason for sitting the former Defensive Player of the Year. "We just went with a group that was playing well," Kerr said. Green still finished the game playing the third most minutes, 27 for Golden State, tallying just 2 points, both of which came from the free throw line, 5 rebounds and 2 assists. Looney, who has come off the bench to start the season, finished out the remainder of the contest in place of Green. Green, 34, is in his 13th season with Golden State and has become one of the best players in team history, which has left some fans wondering why he received the benching treatment late in a winnable game. The number 35 pick in the 2012 NBA draft anchored the defense that brought their Warriors 4 NBA titles. Cr. Eating a dynasty with Curry and former Warriors guard Klay Thompson. Coach Kerr and company will get back-to-back home matchups against the New Orleans Pelicans starting Tuesday, October 29, before hitting the road for a 5-game trip that will bring them all the way to Boston, Massachusetts. Steve Kerr opens up on Stephen Curry's ankle injury during L to the Clippers. The Golden State Warriors couldn't extend their winning start to the season to 3-0 after losing their home opener 104-112 to the Los Angeles Clippers. To make things worse, the Warriors saw franchise cornerstone Stephen Curry tweak his ankle twice during the game as he sat out for the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr provided an update on Curry's health after the game, not seeming very worried about the condition of his star point guard. "He's doing okay," he said. I think he used the word mild or moderate. "He's obviously sprained that ankle multiple times before, so he doesn't think it's too bad. It's a concern and he's going to get an MRI tonight. I didn't have any conversations. When the training staff needs to tell me something, they come and tell me something, so I didn't talk to them." Curry put up 18 points, 6 to 1 FG, 4 to 7 3-points in 27 minutes during the Warriors' loss to the Clippers, ending his appearance as a +2 during the contest. It could have been a very impactful performance for Curry as the Warriors got hot in the fourth, but his absence meant that Andrew Wiggins didn't have much offensive support in the fourth as the Warriors cut the Clippers' lead down to 3 points before failing to convert the win. Stephen Curry is the hub of the Warriors' offense, with all the talent around him being put in a position to succeed by the sheer offensive gravity Curry brings to the court. Without his presence, the Warriors will likely rely on Buddy Hield to have a major shooting impact, but he doesn't have the on-ball skills that Curry has, or even the defensive skills, which is saying something. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of Stephen Curry? Leave your opinion in the comments.